Violation of Title 65. Commentary of Vision Press Production News Media. On January 16, 2025, the Coalport Borough Court appointed receiver held a public meeting at 6 p.m. The Honorable Receiver initially stated he wants the borough to fire him. According to the Honorable Receiver, he did not want the job. The Governor's Local Government Specialist LGS from DCED was the genesis of the entire secret plan to petition the Honorable Court for a receivership for Coalport Borough. According to one Honorable Councillor, the LGS intends to push for dissolution of the borough by merging with Beccaria Township. The LGS is ignoring the will of the people and demonstrated her contempt of the public. A citizen took a picture of the contempt of the LGS. The borough citizens and electorate were not notified of a possible petition to the Honorable Court for a receiver. According to the receiver, he wants individuals to sign letters of intent. Sounded as if the receiver wants warm bodies to take a seat on the borough of Coalport's local government council whether they are qualified or not. The Honorable Receiver opened the public meeting for public input, questions of the citizens, and electorate. One comment by one individual was by a former borough secretary. She thought there needs to be a way to stop people from talking during the council meetings and asking questions. The Honorable Receiver stated that rules could be enacted. Also, council need not answer questions of the public. These statements triggered an objection by one official of the borough of Coalport. What about Title 65? For a moment VPPNM would like to remind the public, that a public meeting of an agency is foundationally held for the public. All the public officials have taken an oath to uphold the United States of America's Constitution and additionally the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. What does this mean? When a Pennsylvania public official takes an oath to uphold the Constitution, it means they are committing to support and defend the U.S. Constitution and the Pennsylvania Constitution. This includes adhering to the principles and laws set forth in these documents, ensuring that their actions and decisions are in line with constitutional mandates. Essentially, it's a promise to uphold the rule of law and the rights and freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution. What relationship does Title 65 have with the PA Constitution? Title 65 of the Pennsylvania Consolidated Statutes, also known as the Public Officers Title, outlines the ethical standards, financial disclosure requirements, and lobbying regulations for public officials in Pennsylvania. It is designed to ensure accountability and transparency in the actions of public officers, aligning with the principles set forth in the Pennsylvania Constitution. The Pennsylvania Constitution recognizes that all free governments are founded upon the authority of the people and guarantees the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. Title 65 supports these constitutional principles by regulating the conduct of public officials and ensuring that their actions are conducted in an open and ethical manner. May VPPNM repeat the question that was posed to a professional. A municipal receiver had a special meeting. Question was made: how do you keep people from asking questions in a public meeting? The receiver stated you can make rules. According to Title 65, in an open session of an agency's meeting, the public can address the motion on the table prior to a vote of the agency. Can a council make rules to violate Title 65? According to Title 65, also known as the Sunshine Act, the public has the right to address an agency during open sessions, especially on matters before a vote. This means that any rules or regulations set by a council cannot override this statutory right. In other words, a council cannot make a rule that violates Title 65, as it would be in conflict with state law. The receiver's suggestion to make rules to prevent public questions would not be legally permissible under Title 65. Does this help clarify things for you? VPPNM believes the individual in the January 16 Honorable Receiver's meeting is trying to cause the duly elected councillors to create rules to censor the governed from expressing consent or advisement in matters of business for the people prior to any vote of council. I believe the councillors have taken an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Is censorship of the governed or public an attempt to prevent the lawful rights of the people by insecure councillors? In another matter, according to two ladies who have submitted their letters for counsel, did in fact, withdrew their letter due to the pseudo-secretary, not an alleged lawyer. If the pseudo-secretary is truly gone, then the two valid ladies will resubmit their letters, according to the husband of one. Witnesses have approached VPPNM regarding other matters relating to the behavior of the pseudo-secretary toward them. Their evidence can be produced by the parties if applicable and needed. VPPNM believes you should know, and transparency is vital to stability of trusted government. According to the Honorable Receiver, the pseudo-secretary is wrapping up matters and she will be gone. The pseudo-secretary has been proven to be inadequate in her performance of her duties. The auditor who met in July 9, 2024, stated no bookkeeping has been created for 3 years. The negligence of the councillors is the responsibility for no bookkeeping. The 2023-2024 councillors had options to dismiss the unqualified borough treasurer and did not replace the public role. The court-appointed receiver does have the lawful right to change personnel, but in the public meeting it was interpreted that he does not want to do anything outside of paying bills. In regard to the reference to the July 9, 2024 exit conference of the independent auditor, VPPNM was informed by the Honorable Councillor Carol Crewis of the public meeting for the auditor. Upon going to the scheduled meeting of the independent auditor, according to Councillor Crewis, an eyewitness, the President of Council became hostile, exhibiting unprofessional behavior. Then VPPNM personnel, camera operator was verbally accosted with the President demanding the VPPNM personnel to get out of council chambers. Further, former council President Paul Zupich made an appearance and was accosted. VPPNM has considered filing a Pennsylvania Ethics Commission complaint as recommended by a professional. The professional stated that such actions by a public official is unprofessional and inappropriate for a public official. The exit conference for the independent auditor was a public meeting subject to Title 65. The public meeting was not advertised or an agenda was not published. An advertisement, 24 hours prior to the meeting, a violation of Title 65. VPPNM had 180 days to file a complaint with the Pennsylvania Ethics Commission. Vision Press Production promotes constitutional values and principles and believes in Title 65 and the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. We the people govern the Borough of Coalport, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. May God our Father guard and protect our community known and sovereign the Borough of Coalport. Commentary respectfully submitted. Vision Press Production News Media.